Hi everyone, this is Zaire from Mystic Momma. We are continuing our discussion about the anatomy and physiology of the womb. I am a birth worker, I am a herbalist, and I am a wound care specialist. And I've decided that it is important to know what's going on, what's down there. So many of us women, for whatever reason, decide that we do not need to look at that area, but I'm here to tell you, you need to. There's nothing wrong with it. It is all yours. So let's get started. Okay, so my handy dandy model here, this is the womb. Okay, this is a unhappy womb, but we will talk about a lot of these imbalances a lot later. But right now I'm using this as just to talk about the structure of the womb. Okay, the majority of women, this is the size of our womb, literally almost about the same size or bigger. Your fist is a little bit bigger than this model, but if you hold your fist up, your womb, your uterus is literally about this big. Okay, about the size of your fist. All right, so this area right here, this is the top of your womb, and it's called the fundus. So women who are who have just given birth, when nurses come in and they're constantly pushing on your belly and whatnot, they're checking to see where this is located. Okay, this is the fundus, which is the top of your womb, the top of your uterus, and as your baby grows, this fundus moves up over your navel. But after you give birth, it's supposed to come back down. It actually sits underneath if you're looking from the outside of your body, it sits right at your bikini, a little bit lower than your bikini line. So this is the fundus, okay? Haha. Now this is the fun part. This inside area, again, don't pay attention to any of the imbalances, but this is the uterine cavity. This is where the baby grows, okay? You come down here. So again, your inner cavity, and then you go down. This is the internal external os. We will talk about that later. And then this area right here, can you see that? That's your cervix. And this is the vaginal canal. These are fallopian tubes, ovary, and the fimbriae, okay? See that? We have them on both sides, okay? All right, so let's go deeper into some of these structures, okay? So usually there is this very, very thin piece of tissue or even like a film that covers the vaginal opening, and that's called the hymen. That is what traditionally a lot of people have said, once it's broken, your virginity is taken, which is not necessarily true. And what makes it a little untrue is that if you are riding a bike, or if you're riding horses, or if you have any type of bouncing or pressure that's in that area, it can break the hymen. I've known young girls who have been in gymnastics and doing their flips and all of their splits and stuff have broken their hymen. So the hymen being broken is not a 100% guarantor that that your virginity has been taken. So the vaginal canal, which is this area right here. So if you're looking at it, your vaginal opening is here, and this is that canal right here, okay? And typically the vaginal canal can be anywhere from 7.5 to 10 centimeters long, okay? Can you see these ridges? These ridges right here are what's called rugae. Now, what's funny is that rugae is also found in your stomach lining. Okay. So again, the rugae. And what the rugae is epithelial skin folds. And what it does is that it allows for expansion. So this actually very specific type of tissue is found, like I said before, also in the stomach lining, which allows for expansion. The same thing allows in the vagina. It allows for expansion, whether you are giving birth or if you are with a partner that is very well endowed. The rugae helps with the expansion of the vaginal canal so that either whatever's going in or coming out can fit. Okay, one thing to know about rugae is that things can get caught in rugae, okay? Because it's literally like a little zigzag type of thing, and sometimes mucus can get caught there, or bacteria, things of that nature. Remember, guys, the vagina is a highly porous area, okay? So bacteria, steam, fluids, lubricants, all that kind of stuff. It could get trapped into the skin, the layers of the skin in those areas, and either can be a help or a hinder. So it is very important to remember self-care rituals so that your womb can always be clean. Okay, so we're going to talk about the fornices real quick, okay? And what the fornices are is this little pocket that kind of sits behind the vaginal canal. Okay, so this here, can you see this? All right, so this is the uterus here, this area right here. This is your vaginal canal here. So you see this little pocket right here, that little thing right there? That's one of the fornices. Now there's 4 of them. There's an internal, external, and whatnot, or anterior, posterior, probably a better way to say that. Here's a picture that maybe you can get a better, yeah, y'all see that? Hold up, where'd it go? Yeah, there you go. So this is your vaginal canal here, and this little pocket right there. So your cervix sits right there. This little pocket right there, that anterior fornix, that is a spot where a lot of bacteria sit, as well as where like condoms get stuck there. Or like one time I used a yoni egg and it disappeared. I have no idea where it went, but it was missing in my womb for about 3 days, and then it just came out. And I have a high suspicion that it was sitting right there. Let me show you again. Sitting right there in the anterior fornix. Okay, just kind of hanging out, doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, when you have a leak procedure, not a leak procedure, but tampons also have a tendency to get stuck in that area as well. So ladies, again, anything that you put in your womb, make sure you have a way to get it out. Okay, long string, okay, pull it out. So let's recap. We talked about the fundus. We talked about the actual uterus. We recognized and located the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, and the fimbriae. We talked about the vaginal canal. We talked about where the cervix is located. We talked about the fornices that are like behind the cervix. So the last thing we're going to talk about for this segment is going to be the vulvovaginal glands. Sorry. Okay, so these glands are responsible for the lubrication of the vagina. I don't have a good image of where they're located on anything that I have or any of my models. But in a very roundabout way. So again, this is your vagina here. And they're not located on here, but like they're right there. Okay, we're gonna say that this little light area are the vulvovaginal glands. And what those glands are and what they do, again, is that they're responsible for lubrication. They're responsible for lubricating the vagina during intimacies. And they also contain, or what they're also known as, Bartholin glands. So so this is also a place where cysts can get caught. So for those, I know we haven't talked about cysts yet, but we're looking at it right here. Okay, up in that area. All right, and literally you can think of cysts as pockets of fluid. Okay, and they get there and there's no way for the fluid to release, so it gets stuck and it's just a mess. So a lot of times GYNs will surgically remove them or drain them, but there are other ways to, non-surgical ways, or less invasive ways to drain a Bartholin gland cyst. So that's it for now. We have so much more to go over, but I'm gonna stop for today. And so we've gone over the outer and we've gone over the upper structures. Well, excuse me, the vaginal canal structures. Next, we will talk a little bit more in depth about, the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, some ligaments, things of that nature, because they're all very important. As we continue on, if you, continue following me, we will go over imbalances within the womb, glitches in pregnancy, and all of the beautiful things that incorporates being a woman. Okay, so thank you for hanging out with me. Drop a comment below. Did it make sense? Did it not make sense? Any questions, comments, concerns? I'm here for you because you are here for me. Thanks a bunch, and I will see you next go round. Bye.